because usually I don't like getting too political. Okay, the question is, should Twitter have banned Trump? Uh, okay, let me first kind of set the stage. One, you could say, for those who follow me for a while, know in terms of my principles, I'm an independent. I'm not Democrat, Republican. I think kind of like most people in crypto, I follow libertarian principles. I mean, so you could say I'm almost libertarian, but I don't like belonging to any party. I always like being a free agent, so to speak. Um, but one thing that is very libertarian in principle is kind of, it's also capitalist in principle, is letting the free market decide, right? Letting, and Twitter is its own company. So technically, they can do whatever the heck they want to do. And so if they want to ban anybody, that's their right as a company, right? But then at the same time, they just banned the president of the United States. And as an American, I know there are other countries, especially that aren't pro-America. Let's say communist countries, right? Whether you want to say China or uh, even North Korea, Iran, right? Communist countries whose presidents are on Twitter. Okay, and I'm not sure how much policing goes on with their tweets. I'm no political expert by any means, right? But I'm saying this sets a bad precedent because Twitter, I mean, whether good or bad, but I think it's bad short term. I mean, this could even be the end of Twitter. I mean, probably not, but I think this could be the catalyst for decentralized applications because Trump is not just going to be quiet. I mean, Trump is a narcissist. He likes the attention, the spotlight. And I think, how does this play out, right? Because if we kind of try to think about this from a first order principle, which is made famous by Elon Musk. First of all, shout out to Elon Musk. He's now the world's richest person, world's richest billionaire, and he's pro crypto. He keeps on talking about Dogecoin, Bitcoin. I think he owns what, like a quarter of a Bitcoin. But I mean, I think he has to have more. I mean, but because he gets it, he gets it. But anyway, that's besides the point. Looking at this, okay, Trump has a huge audience because half of the country in America voted for Trump. Are they just gonna vanish? I mean, because Parler, an app on the Apple App Store, was delisted from the Apple App Store. And then you also have Amazon Web Services saying they're cutting their hosting of Parler. I mean, that's crazy. I don't think they've really ever done anything like that. I mean, so basically, if you're on the edges of the political spectrum, whether conservative, liberal, it's now becoming common for them not have a place to go. And I think the next logical conclusion would be decentralized applications. I mean, so because if Trump can't, if Trump is basically banned from the internet, I mean, almost every social media platform has banned him. Where does he go? I mean, I think he goes onto the blockchain. I mean, that's where he goes. There isn't really any application, to my knowledge, that's that big. I mean, either they build their own end-to-end, like conservative infrastructure, or even basically end-to-end hosting, or they go like open source, fully open source. But I think Trump might have to come around to crypto. I mean, because crypto, I mean, whether you're, regardless of your beliefs, it's all about unstoppable applications, right? So if anything, it makes me even more bullish, right? But if Trump can get onto Bitcoin, Ethereum, onto dApps, I mean, regardless of what you think about his politics, I think that could be big for the space, right? But anyway, that's kind of my take on it. Besides the point, do you think Donald Trump Jr. or his daughter will run, backed by new right-wing media networks? I mean, I felt like he was grooming them to run, but honestly, it's going to be tough. But because Trump winning in the first place kind of changed everything. Like he's basically social media president. He's basically tweeting. Everything he said was designed to be clickbait, to go viral on social media, in my opinion. And then uh, once he got into power, people were like, "How did this happen?" Right? Because he basically was able to leapfrog the media. Right? He was basically he was a master at playing the media to get him on TV. Right? If anything, for anybody in marketing, I mean, you can definitely learn how to market, how to always stay in the spotlight. But the downside was he said lots of crazy things to stay in the spotlight, right? Which is why um, he's banned on Twitter. um, Trump is going to jail. He's not going to need Twitter. I mean, depends. I mean, what precedent would that set? I mean, putting an American president in jail, right? I mean, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Otherwise, there'll be lots of presidents in jail. Uh, I wish we had Andrew Yang to be president. So Andrew Yang is now running for mayor in New York. So definitely keeping an eye on that. R.I.P. Alex Jones. I mean, maybe all these people. I mean, because first of all, even people, even us people in crypto have been getting censored by YouTube, right? So, and it's kind of funny. I don't see any YouTubers really getting onto the YouTube or the YouTube version for blockchain because they're not really ready. So if they're not ready for YouTubers, they're definitely not ready for a president, right? Or former president, right? But maybe down the road, maybe this speeds things up and gets people to really build better technology that can scale. We should have Trump coin. The questions are coming from the comments. Dean.